Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and that sub button. I almost didn't upload today. This upload's coming out probably about 11:30. I've had a day. If you guys hear any squawking or squeaking or quacking in the background, for some reason I decided to buy ducks. I have 4 baby ducks. Why did I buy ducks? I don't know. I just woke up and wanted ducks. So there's that, and then when I was on the way home from buying the ducks, I got in a car accident, but I'm fine, so don't worry about me. Um, the lady was like trying to play it off as if she was gonna sue me, and she's like, "Oh, my neck, my neck, my neck," which I did hit her pretty hard, and her car's messed up, but my truck's fine. All it did was bend the bumper, so I gave her a little bit. I gave her some money. We agreed on a cash price to not get insurance involved. And we both walked away, and that's the end of that. So I'm happy there. At least it ended up turning out okay, especially because I was getting a new bumper anyways because I wanted a different one. So I'm not really too worried about it. Sucks that I had to pay the lady, but I don't know what happened. I just didn't see her, and then I hit her. But with that being said, nobody really cares. We are going to be getting into this video, and it is going to be the best snipe filters today with 6 days left in Season 7 of NBA 2K23 MyTeam. If you guys didn't watch the last snipe filter video, there are going to be a couple repeats here. There's just a lot of the same snipe filters that are really good. And sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There are going to be some newer ones, and this first one we are going to start out with will be a newer one. It is going to be Vince Carter, and it is going to be the cheapest. This is going to be more of a budget filter. If you are somebody who's trying to make like a ton of MT, this might not be the one, but there's going to be a lot of these cards going up. There's super packs all over the place. These cards are just kind of all over the place. And go ahead and set your filter at 12,000. Buy anything you see. Gonna make you about 4,000. He's in the 17, 18 range in the time of recording this video. Getting into the next one, we are going to be going back to the Nuggets playoff lowest. I had a lot of people tell me that they got Jokic from this. They ended up getting opal Jokic, or dark matter Jokic rather. So it's going to be Nuggets, and it's going to be the theme of the playoffs. So obviously all these cards go to dark matter. So with that being said, you get any of these cards and you're pretty much, you know, it's a dub. And if you guys didn't watch the last MT method, it actually was about evoing cards. It actually was about evoing mostly playoff cards, but evoing any card from one tier to another one. So, you know, you snipe them for super cheap and then evo them and make a ton of money. But basically put your buyout at 4,500 and buy everything you see. Getting into the next one, this one's going to be super simple. It's the 500 filter. I put it in every snipe filter video. I get a lot of people in each video that didn't watch the last one or just overall new to the channel. So it's just one of those filters that I think everybody needs to know how consistent it really can be. Just because everything you see, you don't have to question anything you buy. There's nothing in the game that quick sells even for less than 500 MT. So really everything you see there is really a W. Getting into the next one, it is going to be dark matter lowest. Set your filter to dark matter and put your maximum buyout to 4,000 MT. You can even put it to like 3,700. But 4,000 is probably the best range. Cheapest one right now is about 4,800. So you're not going to make a ton off of this. But I've just been seeing a lot at 4,000. There's a lot less. When I put it down to 37, I don't see as many. You do see a lot at 4,000. So no, you're not going to make a lot, but you should be seeing like 15 to 20 snipes every 10 minutes. So obviously that is a huge dub. Getting into the next one, it is going to be the Galaxy Opal lowest. So pretty much the exact same thing, but you're going to be turning your minimum buyout, or maximum buyout rather, down to 2,500. Cheapest opal right now is about 3,300. Same thing. I tried putting it down to like 22, 21, and I just don't see as many snipes as I did before. So put it at 25. Another one, if you're not seeing 15 to 20 every 10 minutes and you're not getting them, just switch filters. This is just one of those filters. This is a quantity filter. This isn't considered quality. This isn't a filter that you're going to make, you know, you're going to have a big splash on. Obviously, if you got, you know, one of the opals that sell for a lot, you got opal Jokic, opal Yao Ming, a card like that, of course, that'd be a big splash. But 9 times out of 10, it's just going to be one of the opals that are rather cheap, and you're not going to make a ton off of it. But they come very, very, very quickly. Pause. Whoa. They pop up very quick, so it's just one of those things that you get a lot of quantity, keeps you from being bored, keeps you on your toes. Getting into the next one, I'm gonna try not to catch myself in a pause moment on this snipe filter, but it's going to be the rush cheapest. Go ahead and put it on the rush theme and put your maximum buyout to 5,000. Buy everything you see. This is just one of those ones that, you're going to see a lot of the cheaper ones, but if you see the ones that are still going for a decent price, John Wall, George Mikan, some of the newer ones that just came out this week are still in the 20 to 30,000 range. And obviously, that's going to be a really big dub. You should see a lot of those because they're in the packs every week. Those are never not in the pack market. So there's a whole bunch of those going up, and that is why it is still in this video. Getting into the next two, these are going to be the ones that if you're crazy, go ahead and go for them. I'd say the Invincible one's not as crazy because we are kind of getting to the point of Invincible buyouts. I put it in the last video, and I had multiple people tell me that they got an Invincible snipe. I had multiple people tell me that they got a end game snipe. And it's just one of those things that you can't not put it in the video. Same with this next filter. It's going to be the end game. This one's going to be just a little bit crazy. They're ending like 300, 350 right now. Palo's ending at like 3. KD's ending at like 350. So obviously if you do get one, it's going to be pretty crazy. But the odds of you getting one is fairly low. Getting into the next one, it is going to be Nicola Jokic. Shout out to him for winning the championship. Got himself 2 MVP awards. Some people say that he should have went back to back to back. I'm not really too into it. I didn't want neither one of them to win. I'm not a big Jokic fan. Not a big Embiid fan either. I think Embiid's really overrated. Sorry to the Sixer fans. I don't think he's overrated skill-wise. I just think that because of the impact that he's not made and not being able to make it out of the second round, it's just for me, being a Thunder fan, if you're calling, is this a snipe? Why is this so cheap? If you're calling Russell Westbrook a stat patter, I just don't know why, you're not giving the same energy to Embiid. Okay, so it's not necessarily a snipe. I don't know where the maximum buyout was. It wasn't supposed to be that high. But with this one, set your maximum buyout at 25,000. Buy everything you see for the playoff Galaxy Opal Nicola Jokic. You could Evo this card if you get a really good snipe. You could sell him back. If you get him to Invincible, he sells back for about 90K. So keep that in mind if you do. Really, when you get one, I've had multiple people also tell me that they've been getting these on snipes. So this is one of those ones that when you see one, go ahead and just take the time to Evo. It really is worth it. But back to the thing, if you're going to say that Embiid is a superstar, but Russell Westbrook was a stat patter because he didn't have playoff success and he didn't make his team better, I don't really understand that. So it's just one of those things. I mean, if we're gonna hold Russ to it, why is Embiid not a stat patter? I don't think he is a stat patter, but why is Embiid not a stat patter? But this next filter is going to be dark matter. It is going to be the next cheapest. Cheapest one's about 4,500. So go ahead and set your filter to 3,700. Another one of those ones. You're going to see a lot of them. If you do get one of the better ones, I want to say, one of them is still one or two of them still decently expensive. I'm not sure who it is, but whoever you get, just check the price before you go ahead and sell them back. Getting into the next one, it is going to be the Titans Western Conference. And we'll get into that in just a second. But like I was saying about Russ, the common misconception that people have with him was that, just because he's jumping and Steven Adams was letting him get rebounds, it had nothing to do with Westbrook saying that he wants stats. That's all about, if you play basketball, that's all about pushing the pace. It makes a lot more sense if Russ has the rebound and it's right there. Makes a lot more sense for Russ to go up and get the board than it does for Adams, because as soon as Russ gets that ball, he turns around and runs. That's the type of game that he plays, and it's just one of those things that I really don't like it, but it kind of just is what it is. This next filter is going to be the Titans Western Conference. Go ahead and set your filter to about 27,000. It should still be around there. We'll see exactly where it's at, but 27,000 should be where you set the filter. It is not. Okay, so Dirk did crash in price just a little bit. So I've seen him around 25. So set your maximum buyout to 20K and buy everything you see. Obviously, you can see Yao Ming on this. If you got a Dirk for really cheap, that'd be a good buy too. Actually, not a bad card. I did have to give him a try the other day. I got him. I was playing draft mode. I was pretty bored. But not a bad card. It really isn't. He was actually carrying me. It was, it was pretty funny. Getting into the next one, it is going to be the interdimensional buyout. This one obviously has Tim Thomas in it. It has Luka Doncic in it. So this is one of those packs that they gave us that was just insane. And still, obviously, both hold their value. I'd say that both of them soon will be a buyout, but at the current moment, well, I was like, at the current moment, they are. Oh, they are. Okay, Tim Thomas is 93,000. So instead of setting it to a minimum buyout, set your maximum buyout to 85,000 and buy every card you see. Obviously, if you see a Luka, he's selling for more. I can't believe Tim Thomas is a buyout. I want to say he was in my video about selling those cards now, which if you didn't watch that video, probably a good time to go watch it because a lot of cards are going to start crashing in price. But set your maximum buyout to 85,000 and buy everything you see. Getting into the last snipe filter, it is going to be the out of position 2 theme. It is going to be the cheapest. If you're wondering why on this one, it would be because the cards that you have in this one are pretty good. You have Nicola Jokic, Ron Artest, and Kevin Garnett. So go ahead and set your buyout. I want to say it's like 35,000 on this one. Oh, Ron Artest crashed in price. That's insane. He was like 60K the other day. That's pretty funny. So preferably buy Ron Artest. This is the last one of the video, so I'm not too worried about it. But you can set your maximum buyout. Seems like the cheapest one's 17. So you can set your maximum buyout to like 14 or 13. Or you can just buy Ron Artest, enable your user-owned cards, and you can go ahead and just chase the other two. Garnett and Jokic, obviously really good cards. Still shouldn't be buyouts. Garnett is actually, wow. That's crazy. So these cards, like I said, they're going to keep going down. There's a lot of cards that, you know, a week ago were selling for almost 200K, which Garnett was over 200K. Jokic was almost 200K. And they're slowly crashing. So if you guys didn't watch that video from yesterday about selling cards now in MyTeam, go ahead and go hit that up. But with this video, if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are hitting that sub button. And as always, I'm out.